sure. Do you have Max 1 in first spot over? Okay, cool. Tuesday. Kind of been an active evening here. I'm meteorologist Adam Claybon. This is meteorologist Leah Bizzetti. Of course, we're coming on because of the earthquake that's happened and the big one that has caused the tsunami threat that we have right now.
So what we're keeping an eye on right now for the entire West Coast is a tsunami watch that's been issued. Now, we want to start by saying we don't want anyone to panic. The beautiful thing about this is, first of all, it's not confirmed quite yet, and also we have a really good heads up. So we did just talk to Harold Tobin. He's Washington State seismologist, and he gave us a lot of really good information. But basically what we're seeing right now is he did confirm there is a tsunami moving through the Pacific right now. It's a question of where it will hit and how severe it will hit. Now what we're watching is that this is potentially going to hit Hawaii first. That would be in the next 2-ish hours. So as we're coming on right now, it's just after 6 p.m. here. So around 8 p.m. or so Pacific time is when this would potentially be impacting Hawaii. And then at that point, we'll still have another couple of hours heads up if a tsunami should hit, where that would hit the west coast of the United States. But at this point, we do have a tsunami watch that has been issued for the entire west coast. This goes all the way from British Columbia down into Mexico. And now what we want to be clear on with watches, and this is something we talk about all the time with meteorology, is watches, warnings, advisories. There's 3 different levels. Watches are the lowest level. That basically just means we're keeping an eye on this. We know that there's the potential for this, but it's not confirmed, but we're monitoring it. So that's what this is right now.
Yeah, and as far as us here, closer to Washington State, we were talking to the climatologist, and as we go later into the night, if we are going to see something, it looks like it'll be between that window of 11 p.m. to 1 a.m. tonight that we'll have a window, possibly seeing some of that water rising into that point. So again, it's something that we need to be taking seriously, but as of right now, not a high threat for the area as we speak right now.
And let's see if we can get to some of our graphics and show you what we're talking about here. Olivia, I don't know if you can help us get some of those graphics up on, let's see, Max 2 is what we're working on right now. Or no, Max 1, forgive me. Yeah. Sorry guys, we're gonna get some of those visuals ready for you. But what we're seeing here, got that, Adam?
Yeah, I don't know if that's working
okay,
right now.
that's okay.
Yep, there it goes, we got it.
There we go. Okay, so what we're seeing here, you see where that earthquake is. So this is Russia is what we're talking about here. So now this is prompting this to move through the Pacific is what we're seeing. And one more time, there's that wide view. So that is the nice thing about a situation like this is we do have that heads up. They're gathering buoy data as we speak, and that will give us a better indication of the severity of this tsunami threat. So one more time, along the entire west coast, if we can maybe switch Max computers, Olivia, that will, here, you know what, I can
go over to Max 1.
That's okay.
Yeah.
But the entire west coast is under this tsunami watch as of right now. And as far as timing is concerned, this would be hitting the west coast later on tonight. So we're looking at Kodiak, Alaska would be the first spot at 8:20 p.m. Then this would continue. Let's see couple other spots. Homer, Alaska would be at 9:40 this evening, getting into British Columbia at 11:30. And then as far as Washington is concerned, some of those first spots would be La Push at 11:35 p.m. So that tells you just how much of a heads up we have here. It's 6:23 right now, and this tsunami, if, the big word is if here, we don't want to panic anyone, but if this should happen, it would be between, it looks like about that 10 to 1 a.m. window for the west coast. So La Push, 11:35 p.m., Nia Bay, 11:40 p.m., Long Beach, Washington, 11:45 p.m., I'm seeing Fort Bragg, that's in Northern California, 11:50 p.m. Mo Clips, Washington, 11:50. Westport, Washington, 11:55 p.m. Then we get into Oregon, Seaside and Newport at 11:55. Port Angeles, Washington, 12:20 a.m. And then the next Washington spot, Bellingham at 1:10 a.m. And then it does go all the way down to San Diego, Oceanside and La Jolla. That's Southern California, 1:15 a.m. So that is the nice thing about what we have right now is we do have that very significant heads up.
Yeah, I mean, and this is the time that you want to try to have an idea of what your plan is. If you are going to be needing to move to higher ground, perchance, as we go later on into the night with this event. It is a watch, as Leah was stating, that we have this tier level. So the watch is on the bottom, we have the advisory, and then the warning. So thankfully right now we're just more into a watch stage where we have, yes, those conditions with the earthquake happening and the water potentially rising with that. But as far as there being a very imminent threat to us right now, not the case, but definitely want to keep this in mind if you're going to be going out at any point here later into the evening around the coast.
And some things that Harold Tobin told us, he's our state seismologist here in Washington. He's an incredible wealth of knowledge. I just got off the phone with him and he filled us in a little bit about the situation right now. But he did say, quote, there is certainly a tsunami in the Pacific. That is something that we know for a fact right now. But the question is, if it would hit where and how severely, because it could be minor.
Yeah.
And we've seen that in the past. We've seen, it almost just looks like a high tide event. But like he said, every earthquake is different. It hits at different magnitudes, different depths, and different locations. So the big thing that our state leaders are emphasizing right now is this is the type of thing that we need to pay attention to. And in the next couple of hours, we do expect to get some of these updates. One thing Harold said is that once, like I said, Hawaii, it will obviously, when you look at the geography, would be seen first, any impacts. And so that will give a really good indication of how severe this tsunami threat is for the west coast of the United States. So we'll keep an eye on Hawaii. The big thing is just what it will look like in Hawaii. But like he said, around 2 hours from now, so maybe even closer to an hour and a half from now, around 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time is when that would be impacting Hawaii. So we'll keep an eye on that. Hawaii is under a higher level of tsunami alert right now, so we'll watch that, and then after it hits Hawaii, it will take a few hours for it to move through the Pacific to get to the west coast of the United States.
Yeah, all right. And so we're going to have more information for you coming up on the 6:30 show. I'm about to head downstairs. We're going to start off the show with that. We're going to give you what we know as far as the latest, and we just wanted to get on here very quickly to let you know what the situation was, to take it seriously, but as of right now, no imminent threat to the area.
Yes, but definitely something to keep an eye on. Please, 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 this is not a chance to go to the coast. Even if nothing happens, we still just want to keep everybody safe. So do not go to the coast right now. Just keep your phone handy. We'll send you those alerts. We'll let you know if and when the National Weather Service lets us know that this is nothing. But at this point, the tsunami watch is still in place for the entire West Coast. That watch, like we just said, means we're keeping an eye on this. We'll let you know if there's any danger. But thankfully, like we said, it would be in that 11 to 1 a.m. window on the West Coast.
All right, everybody stay safe. We'll talk to you later.